The strength of a man's virtue should not be measured by his special exertions, but by his habitual acts, meaning excellence and moral quality, behavior are all fundamentally and essentially and imperatively the products and the consequences of our habits, actions, behaviors, ideologies, faiths, and all else that we think, practice, do in our lives automatically translates into reality in one way or another. So nothing can be achieved without consistency, without habit, without faith, without belief, without action, responsibility, morality, maturity, patience, perseverance, resilience, and all the other fundamental virtues becomes possible again because of habit. So everything starts in habit. Everything starts in the little, in the less that obviously inculcates and translates and transforms ultimately eventually into greatness, significance, distinction, individuality, talent, character, knowledge for all of us. And not that we're certainly going to attempt all that is great and become all the great. That does not happen in reality. So obviously, the strength of a man's virtue cannot be measured by what he possesses, by his wealth, riches, fame, validation, attention, approval, and all that he gets regularly and instantly from his peers, from his friends, loved ones, or from the other people on social media and in reality in general. But his value, virtue, character, and other qualities can only be measured by who he actually is, what his habits are, what his practices, actions, faiths are, what he represents, and what he has become in reality. That says a lot more than what he possesses and what he gets in validation, wealth, riches from societies and from the others as well. So, obviously, it's always habit that leads into greatness, such as excellence, moral power, all comes from habit, all comes from consistency, persistence, constancy, and obviously, if we want or if we just desire to achieve or possess a particular quality, then we also have to be willing, absolutely always, to act in a particularly certain manner under all circumstances and situations. By acting constantly in a particular manner, we become something, we attain a particular quality, not with distractions, diversions, or attempting all the things at the same time that we become all that. But obviously, by acting in a certain way, we develop a habit as well as a quality. So also our thought is important. Thinking is important because it directly influences our actions and realities in one way or another. So our habitual acts, habits, practices, faiths determine everything about ourselves.